Some nice days in this race. It's going to be a real test over 2,600 metres. Let's have a look at the way the race sets up. Not too much tempo in this race, just a couple going forward. It could be really steady in the midsections. They could sprint from sort of 500 or 600 metres out. Only 1 or 2 litres, including the jumper down the bottom of the weights. Soft 5 to soft 7, probably on the soft 7 side. And watch out for those lanes. It's a staying race, so most jockeys will find the right spot in this race.
Okay, let's have a look at the market now for the staying feature of the day, the St Ledger. And Haripur in such great form, winning the last 3, up the highway for Darren Weir, $4 favourite. 1 Foot in Heaven has a few nice runs this preparation as well, $6.50. Secunderabad also up from Melbourne for the Hayes stable, $6.50. And here comes that Metropolitan form. We've got Patrick Aaron, Libran, Orvray, and of course Wall of Fire, last year's Melbourne Cup runner, Mike. Haripur, $4 favourite here, Mike, but this is quite an open race. A lot of interesting form lines to get through.
Yeah, some great stays. We're not going to look at Haripur in the replays, but he's absolutely flying in lesser grade. We're going to go to the good grade. We're going to go to the Group 1 Metropolitan, which you think would be a real test over 2,400 metres at Randwick. But the wind was out, and boy, did they walk. Patrick Aaron near the pace, running some incredible sectionals home, and a couple running on from the back as well, Stu.
Yeah, look, not many from the back, just making up this ground here, Mike. What about Orvray up the middle, up the inside there? Sort of got a bit of my attention. Now, weight swings you talked about in this race as well.
Yeah, Patrick Aaron up 8.5 kilograms, Secunderabad up 5.5, Orvray only up a half. Wall of Fire only up 1, and Libran up 1.5. Horses from the back well weighted on Saturday, and also the tempo was way against that day.
All right. Well, look, one of those runners that was at the back. One of those runners that was at the back there, Mike. Wall of Fire didn't look too much there. Let's take you back. We're going back to August 2017 here. So this is before this horse came out for the Cup. He's obviously had a long time off into this race, into the Metropolitan, and to this race. This was a serious race, and this is on soft conditions, importantly.
Yeah, absolutely. Form analysts, when they go back through the form, when they find a nice run, they get shivers up their spine when they find a good one. This is exactly what I got when I saw this replay. This is the last time Wall of Fire was on a soft track. He's behind Defoe, who went on to almost win a Group 1. He beats Frontiersman, who had Group 1 form and won a listed race at his next start. This is exceptional weight for age staying form in Europe, and his first up run was fine.
Okay, you do like frothing over your European form at this time of year. Let's have a look now at all the analysis, Mike. The form and the key factors, light them up.
Yeah, Orvray at the weights. He was beaten last start, but he gets such a big turnaround on Patrick Aaron, he has to get the gold bar for form.
Okay, so there's Orvray as we hit the key factors time, Mike, kicking it off with progression.
Yeah, Haripur untapped on the rise for Darren Weir. Could be anything. Wall of Fire, second up after a year off. He has to progress. Red Cardinal, he's got some upside as well.
Okay, so Haripur and Orvray out in front as we hit distances stage of preparation.
Yeah, most of them should like it. Red Cardinal will definitely like it, but most of them are okay at the distance.
Okay, so still the 2 on top there, Mike. Track conditions, this is the important one.
Yeah, looking for ones that can sprint in the soft conditions. 1 Foot in Heaven can sprint, but we think he might peak. Patrick Aaron does like it. And we just saw that replay for Wall of Fire, so he definitely has to get a gold bar, doesn't he?
Well, he is absolutely levelling up here, Mike, and position and run probably won't help us too much.
Yeah, we're not playing that at all again.
All right, so it's Haripur, and then we've got Orvray, Wall of Fire. They're all on top here, Mike. Time for a bet. It's the third leg here. Let's bring up those odds and all the ratings to see where we're going to play this race. I know that the favourite was on top there as well, Mike, but there's a few down the bottom there with a bit of odds. Wall of Fire at 11s. We've highlighted him. Orvray right there as well. So, look, 3 horses right on top here.
Yeah, absolutely. Haripur is a big play. If the money comes and he parades well and he enjoys Sydney, he's going to be so hard to beat. But those other 2 top raters are massive, massive each-way plays for us. Orvray, if it's not too wet. Wall of Fire in any conditions. He's a serious weight for age stayer at his best. And those odds should firm if he's anywhere near his best on Saturday. He could start really short.
All right, so good confidence here. Wall of Fire.
Could be a plunge.
Getting